big boys and girls, you are tuned in to Go Figure News, and I'm your host, TJ, and today I have basically 2 words for you: junk fed. Oh yeah, in the house. I will be performing a review of these amazing Woklords and Warwoks. These are by Junk Fed, and they are still out there and available in very limited quantity. So these are just 2 examples of the amazing work going on down or up at the Junk Fed factory. These are a collab with Battle Babies and Scarecrow Oven. What you see is what you get, and let me tell you, what you see is something that is making my eyes do a double take. Double take. These, of course, are incredible, artful bootleg figures that are made in the image of the amazing and timeless Ewok. In this age of the very last Jedi, if you haven't tuned in the last 4 decades, you might have missed Return of the Jedi. But the Ewoks do reign supreme in my mind. So why not take this classic figure and change it up a little bit? Turn a new mythology. Bring in a sort of mythical element. Play on the games that have become popular over the last several decades as well concurrently. Maybe you play D&D, perhaps you're a role player. Whatever you do in your day job, let me tell you, there's no rest for the wicked here. As you can see, these are fully carded figures, full color, peg hole and all, beautiful down to the last touch of paint. This is Konak, the Skillstroyer. The figure itself looks almost as if it's like pewter. There's this very kind of muted, matte, soft, powdery silver finish, and the scoring on the fur is extremely intensely detailed. There's a lot going on in this resin figure right here. He's got one pink eye, and then he is bleeding a pink color. There's a slightly different color of silver on the wrist cuff, and then of course there are gold accents for these helmet horns. He comes with a double-sided axe. He comes out of sort of a barbarian Norse sort of mythic flavor. And when I first saw this, I immediately thought of the Ewoking Dead, which came out from Killer Bootlegs last year. But this takes the character to a new level, to a new place that I haven't seen him before. You might have noticed Metacom last year started with a line of Star Wars figures that played on sort of Japanese samurai. Well, this is completely like a whole other geodot, if you will, and I really love it. I'm loving particularly this graphic design, which is striking, bold, colorful, and it's its own character. Conan. Oh yeah. Playing on, of course, the Conan the Barbarian as well. So there's a mashup of Star Wars and Conan, and a whole other bunch of goodness. It says, in the time before time, their land was captive to might and magic. Can iron bring the ancient forest's ceaseless turmoil to its end, or shall sorcery prevail? Welcome, we willing Wokling wizards and warriors, to the wondrous world of Woklords and Warwoks. Now, I'm all about alliteration over here at Go Figure News, so I'm loving the little bit on the card. The triple W, Wicked W Warlock, is right here. Now, this is, the card size is the same size as as the one on Conan, as you can see here. However, the figure is a smaller warrior. But as you know, and I know just as well as I know in daily life, sometimes stature is not what makes a warrior. This is what makes a warrior. And Junkfed has its name all over this thing. Look at this card, ladies and gentlemen, and people of the court of good taste. This is explosive and bright. I want a huge poster of this. I want a print that would, maybe a mural. I want a mural of this. This is gorgeous. I'm like beside myself. Well, actually, if I was beside myself, I'd be schizophrenic, and I'm not that just yet. So hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. He comes with this this bone-shaped walking stick with sort of a pharaoh head at the top, which is unreal in its detail. Have a look right now at what this looks like a little bit more close up so that you can check out the details right here. Is that not awesome? He comes with this golden helmet and these sort of solid white eyes and some pink details. The sculpt on this one is genius. It is so... this is way better than anything Kenner ever put out or ever even thought of. I mean, I know I'm defying nature by saying stuff like that, but this is fully realized. And I don't say that without hesitation. Fully realized. These are the two in the series, and they are depicted on the back of the card. So this is the full series right here. I'm hoping that Junkfed puts out more of these because this is extremely high quality. The card is really heavy and the print is straight on. Now, you may or may not know this, but Junkfed are the people that brought out the entire Space Madness series, which is continuing on. If you check out their site right now, there is still one available, but you'll have to tune in to Junkfed for all that information. Now, not only have they produced figures for this series, this is a full printed coloring book. So check it out. It's my space opera. I can do whatever I want. That's the motto here. I'm going to open up to a random page. That's almost like the Last Supper. There's a bunch of different themes in here. Check this out. Paint it as you will. It's really an opportunity to give yourself a bonus with figures that you collect, but also, this would be awesome for kids, and while these might be intended for the bigger kids, this is definitely something that you could share with the minions, the little mini minions if you have them. So that's Space Madness. The figures are awesome. I've missed several, so unless there's something outstanding and it super stands out, I'm a bit of a completist. So Junkfed, if you didn't know, also were included in the exhibition Inactive Figures 5, which is up at Clutter Gallery right now. It's still open, so you can check it out. Their figure, the Matchbox Mini Monster, has sold out, so they've only made, I think, 5 or 10 of those. And they also sent me some pins, the Junkfed pin, a gruesome monster face, and what is this? This is Pop Pop Pop. So I like that one. That's pretty cool. Here's the monster I was speaking of that they had on view. And I really hope that they make another variant of this, because if they do, I promise you, I will have a review to add that to our collection. And then there's Guzman. And then a sticker that just, this is a card. This is from 1982. This is the thank you. And it was all wrapped up in this super cool, weird-ass paper. To the Woklords and to the Warwoks, we are thrilled to be able to have this closer look at Junkfed. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you right here next time on Go Figure News. Over and